If you have breast implants, staying on top of your health means more than just routine checkups. It means knowing what to watch out for and when to act. Today, board-certified plastic surgeon Dr. Michael Kim is here to break down one important risk that you should know about. Dr. Kim, we always enjoy when you're here. Thank you for being here. So are there some added steps that women who have had cosmetic procedures, whether it be for cancer or for aesthetics, need to think about?
Well, you know, breast implant is one of the most common procedures in the United States for cosmetics. It's probably about 300,000 cases a year.
Wow.
And there are about 38 million implants around the world. So it's a very common procedure. One of the things that surgeons are always concerned about what we call capsule contracture, or firmness or hardness of the implant.
Okay.
And so that's where over the course of, usually within the first 2 years, the implant will get a little firm, a little hard, sometimes super hard where it becomes painful. And the instance of this is probably somewhere around 10%.
Okay.
So, you know, we don't really know what causes it, so we're always trying to figure out what causes it to figure out how to treat it. So what we think, people are predisposed to it, just like keloids, so some people might be predisposed to capsule contracture, the type of implant. So for many years we were using textured implants rather than smooth that decreases capsule contracture, but because of that lymphoma-related breast implant years ago that started, there's only about 3,000 cases so far, 1 in 3,000 cases of that disease.
Wow.
It's very rare. So most surgeons switch to smooth implants, so then the increase is going up a little bit. Under the muscle is better than over the muscle. And if you do have capsule contracture, reoperation of this goes from 10% to like 25 to 40%. So if you do develop it and try to fix it, the chance of it coming back is even higher.
Wow.
So it's one of those things we struggle with when people, luckily it's not that common, but when it happens, it can be very frustrating both for the patient and the surgeon. As you can see, the under the muscle is better than over the muscle. The new implant that just came out, it's been out since 2010 in the world, but FDA approved in the United States in 2024, about a year ago, is the Motiva implant, which I have no experience in yet. There are a couple of surgeons in town using them. But they have this silk textured special covering that's micro texturing, so it decreases the inflammation, so it decreases the chance of capsule contracture. Okay. So the preliminary studies are pretty long, I think 3, 4, 6 years follow-up. The incidence is somewhere between 1 and 5%, so it's much less.
Much less, yes.
Than the standard smooth implants. However, there are some issues because it doesn't develop the capsule as much, it's very soft. They can migrate and move, so malposition or ending up not where you want them to be is a little bit higher.
Wow. So
sometimes you have to revise them because they tend to move a little bit more. So you trade off decreased hardness for malposition. And there's also a chip. So these implants have a chip to monitor, you know, if you can't remember what implant you had, they can scan it.
Like bionic boobs? Wow, okay.
So some people are a little bit leery about having a chip in their body, you know. So I can understand that. So those are the minor drawbacks. But I think you're going to probably see these implants become a little bit more popular over the next decade or so. They've been used around the world for almost 15 years. But it still becomes a problem depending on any kind of implant you use.
When we're talking about those who've had reconstruction or going in for mammograms, this is Breast Health Awareness Month, is there something that women who have had implants need to think about or be more vigilant about?
No, I think self-examination is probably the most important thing. If you just start developing hardness or something different, go back to your plastic surgeon, maybe get an MRI to make sure they're not ruptured, have a discussion with them, make sure you have them checked out. Some people recommend maybe a yearly annual visit. Some people say just come in if you have any issues. But if you have an implant, you have to realize that one day, if you're young enough, something's going to happen. So if you're 20 years old, when you're 40 or 50, either rupture or get harder, something's developed, most people eventually need a secondary surgery.
Wow, okay. I think a lot of people may not know that this may not just be a one and done. You might have to keep coming back. All right, Dr. Kim, thank you so much. How can we get in touch with you?
Or just my website, michaelkimmd.com.
All right, we'll put a link to that on our Gulf Coast News website as well as our app. It's always great to have you here, Dr. Kim. We appreciate it.